Is there no chivalry left in this world? I mean, where are the men who will hold your hair up as you are completely choking on it for him? Like, that's the least you can do, okay? Help me help you.
Have you ever noticed that some men never seem to chase women no matter how interested they are? The common denominator here is self-respect. Some men learn the hard way that chasing kills the whole dynamic. The more desperate you get, the more you hand power away. So they stop moving with impulse and start moving from observation. They become masters of noticing reciprocity. A man who's not chased is usually not confused, he is calibrated. He knows attention is not the same thing as interest. He knows chemistry is not the same thing as compatibility. And he knows that if a woman actually wants him, she's gonna make it clear enough for him to step in without begging. The experience teaches the actual cost of desperation, and real masculinity can still want deeply without begging loudly.
Come here, let me tell you a secret. She's practically begging you to approach her. But if you're like 99% of men, you're completely blind to the signs that she's trying to give you. Signs like the double take, where she looks at you, looks away, then looks back at you again. Or the hair touching habit, where she just can't help but play with her hair when she looks at you. Or the orbiting, where she just keeps ending up where you are no matter how many times you move around. So stop being the guy who misses every green light. If you never want to miss the signs that women give you ever again, comment signs below and I'll send you a guide to your inbox that will help you do just that.
These modern women think that a man is supposed to want what she wants. I say the plan, I announce it, you're supposed to want it too, right? If your vision is different from mine, then you must not really even like me. You gotta be exactly like me.
Be 6 foot, have a six pack, get jacked, have a lot of money, but make sure you always have time for me. Make sure you're an alpha male, but not like Andrew Tate. I want someone who's a man of God, but not that much of a man of God. I want somebody who knows exactly what they want in life. Why are guys so picky and they never choose me? Someone I can spend all day with, curled up on the couch, watching Instagram. Somebody who takes care of their body, but they're not always at the gym and don't have time for me. Someone who loves their mom and family. I don't want someone who's addicted to their mom and doesn't have time for me.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Did you take my car for an oil change?
No, not yet.
Well, can you do that now before I leave for work? I literally asked you last week.
Can you do it yourself? Can't you see that I'm eating? Like, why are you always talking to me like I'm your employee? First thing in the morning and you're already on my ass.
Yeah, I'll go do that right now.
No, not like that. The plate goes on the bottom rack. You never load it right. Oh my God, the f***ing do it yourself. Nothing I do is ever good enough for you. Why are you always criticizing everything? No wonder you're so unhappy.
Got it. I won't put them in like that anymore.
And you sit up here and listen to these modern women talk about how they can't find a good man. To a singles event, can't seem to find a man. It's just a figment of my imagination. It's like Sasquatch. It's like Bigfoot. He doesn't exist. There are sightings, but the Loch Ness Monster. That's exactly what he is. I cannot find him. But then y'all go out here and disrespect the man, talk trash about the man, and then y'all get confused. Well, he not showing up to a singles event. He's not showing up to a singles event. I can't really find a man to talk to me in the gym. Man, I go to the church, man. I go to the grocery store. I'm up here at the gas station at 6 a.m. creeping on men. I'm at Home Depot peeking around the corner, creeping on men. Can't find anybody. It's not a mystery. It's just that you run your mouth too much. Now, men don't want to be...
Ladies, if you're going out with a man, he should be picking you up. He should be holding your door. He should be paying for dinner. Period. End of story. It's that simple. It's not that we can't do any of those things. Of course we can. We can do it all. That's old news. It's completely out of respect that he should be doing them. Completely out of respect. Let me tell you right now, it feels good to be respected, okay? He should be treating you like the princess you are. Men will treat you however you let them. If you let them treat you like crap, they will treat you like crap. If you let them treat you like an option, they will treat you like an option. You set the standard from the beginning. You set the bar. They either meet it or they leave. Period. End of story.
How do you know if a woman wants to be approached?
Well, she's probably going to give you a very subtle sign. Okay, so the signs that I typically recommend that my clients look for are, number one, if she looks at you and smiles. That's probably the best one you can get, because you won't often get that. Number two, if she looks at you very quickly and then kind of like, it'll be a quick look, it'll be like that. Or number three, her body language is very open, and maybe she's not necessarily looking at you, but she is clearly open to a conversation. She might be talking with a friend, kind of like we are right now, where we're talking, but you know, our body language is very open. But if we were facing each other and closed off, then we probably wouldn't be looking for a conversation.
Right.
So any of those three, if you see them, I would go up and say hi. And definitely if she looks at you and smiles, like, you gotta walk over and say something. I mean, that's a pretty big sign.
I think it's funny because modern women, they want a man to lead, but then they don't want him to lead. Like, they want him to provide, but don't be the sole provider. You know what I mean? Like, it gets real confusing because you're never really ever sure exactly what they want. And so if men have to like continue to like try to guess what you want, how is that appealing? You could be out here giving somebody your money and they'd be like, so what is it that you actually want? I would love to do business with you, but what is it that you're actually looking for? And I think that's what most men struggle with. They don't actually know what a woman wants. These modern women. Used to be that you can get a read on what they're looking for, but nowadays it's a little bit more difficult.
Three things to say about this one. Number one, I have a sneaky suspicion that this didn't even happen, that there was literally no man standing there. And it is essentially made up in order to receive attention online. Two, if there was a man looking your way, there are like a million reasons why he may have been looking your way in a public gym. He may have wanted your machine. He may have thought that you looked like somebody familiar and he was trying to figure out if he knew you. He may have not been looking at you at all and might have been looking beyond you, but it looked like he was looking at you. Or he may have thought that you gave him a funny look and he was wondering why this woman was staring at him. Three, it sounds like you need a private home gym, that maybe you just can't handle being at a public one. Because the bottom line is that when you're in public, somebody might actually look at you or may even dare to say something to you.
Some women get tired of loving in survival mode. They get tired of not feeling safe, seen, heard, and not feeling like they matter. Like they always have to prove their strength just to feel enough, just to feel like they're worthy. That's why a lot of them are choosing to stay single, because they would rather protect their peace than beg for basic effort. They're tired of over-explaining their feelings. They're tired of shrinking just to keep the peace. They're tired of being loyal to men who just move inconsistent. And at some point, peace feels a lot better than potential. Silence feels better than anxiety. And for her, being alone feels a lot safer than questioning if you're enough for someone who never shows up.
And a lot of times, what you might find with modern women is sometimes they know they're doing it and they do it intentionally, but then other times they'll do it subconsciously, where you have a man that's continuing to audition. You're still comparing him to an ex-boyfriend, Chad or Tyrone, or some sort of guy, something like that you met somewhere, that you were in a situationship with. You were, well, you know, he's not like this guy, or he can't do it like this guy, and my ex set the standard, and all that other nonsense. And eventually men hear that and they leave. So a good man that you had on the hook eventually leaves because you're talking nonsense. Oh, you know, he's not really, he ain't a real man. He didn't step up to the plate. I ain't trying to step up to no plate. I ain't trying to do none of that, because this is not a one-sided audition to where you make all of the rules. We're both trying to put our best foot forward for each other. But it seems like in some form or fashion, only one of us.
The amount of comments that I get from men asking where do they find a woman like me? You don't find a woman like me. You become the kind of man that creates a space for her to flourish. I'm the woman I am today because of the man I married. He never talks down to me. He never disrespects me and never expects me to do the things I do for him. He notices, he appreciates, and he pours back into me in his own ways. He's encouraged me to chase my dreams and protected my heart, mind, and soul, even when my soul needs Target runs and Starbucks. From our very first date, we have shared the same vision, a strong family with me at home raising our children, and he made that dream possible. He knows his words can either water me and make me grow or shrink me. He reads me better than I read myself. He values me, cherishes me, and constantly pours into my cup. Because real love doesn't hold you back. It calls you higher. And that's why I will never stop choosing him over and over again.
I think we have to start realizing that, when we talk about dating events and singles mixers and stuff like that, and men ain't showing up, maybe that's a sign. If you promote, and all of the women show up, but all of the men decide not to, for whatever reason, why is nobody stepping back to ask, now why aren't the men coming? Why aren't the men here? Man, we tried to do pickleball, they didn't come. We tried to do basketball, they didn't come. They'll come for football though. It looks like they didn't come for football. Maybe we need to start reaching out and asking, why aren't you guys coming? I mean, we had a night where we watched a football game and we had wings. We did the fight night. We did baseball. I mean, why are you guys not coming out? We're trying to do things that cater to you. And they'll tell you. And whenever they tell you, listen. Matter of fact, you don't even have to ask. You can just go in a comment section and see what men are upset about and what they're worried about, what they're concerned about. But do you think that people listen to men and what they be talking about? No, because they don't care.
I'm sorry. If I have to beg you for it, it loses its value. Love, effort, respect, consistency, communication, whatever it is, because anything real shouldn't have to be pulled out of somebody. If it's genuine, it shows up. If it's intentional, it's consistent. You don't have to beg for what should already be yours. If someone only gives you effort after arguments, only shows up after threats, only chooses you when they're afraid of losing you, that's not love. That's pressure. The right person doesn't need reminders to what should come natural. They don't need to be convinced to value you. They don't need to be pushed to treat you right. So stop begging for what should be the basics. Stop asking for what should be obvious. If they wanted to, they would. And if they didn't, believe what they showed you.
Dudes hit the gym after a breakup thinking their body is the issue, homie. You have the emotional intelligence and maturity of a doorknob. Go to therapy. A lot of men do. And some of them don't get good results. And I'm not advocating against it at all. I think therapy is a wonderful thing and more people should do it. I actually know more men going to therapy than I do women going to therapy. So I mean, if that doesn't tell you that a lot of men are focused on improving themselves, I don't know what does. But for a lot of men, talking for an hour about how they feel does not feel like progress for them. Especially the men who are wired more towards like action and result. Gym is great for that because what you put in, you get back out. And it's pretty quick. And of course, there are some therapists out there that aren't that great. They're average at best. And I'm not dissing them. I know there's a lot of great ones out there as well. Sometimes it can take some time to find a therapist that's great for you, that kind of matches and fits with you. If someone's talking to a therapist that's not quite right for them, it can stall someone for months or years. And for a lot of men, the gym can help their mental state from day to day. Because let's be real here, after a bad breakup, sometimes just getting out of the bed in the morning and taking a shower or eating a meal feels like this huge task. So if someone just gets out of a breakup and they're capable of going to the gym for their mental health, I think that's wonderful. Now, I do think you should put your best foot forward the whole time during a relationship and not just give your best after the relationship. I think that's important, because if you have a habit of doing that, you only glow up and take care of yourself when you're outside of a relationship, then sometimes that can actually help erode the relationships that you're in. I think a lot of people struggle with that balance. This goes for men and women.
And I think it really has come to a point to where, women are starting to really see men missing in action. Where are the men at? Used to be in coffee shops, or they used to be over here. They used to be everywhere. Men used to be everywhere. It's just not the case anymore, right? The reason that a lot of these modern women really noticed a man is because a man was in their face, right? And so when something is in your face, then you're more likely to say, oh, well, here's one over here, here's one over there. You know what I mean? Like, say, for instance, one thing that my wife says is like, man, I never noticed, the type of car that you drive until I got with you. And you'd be like, they're all over the place. I've noticed them. That's why I got one, because I noticed it all the time. But that's how people, if I see something, then I'm focused in on it. I'm locked into it. When men used to talk to modern women, then they were like, oh, the men are everywhere. Man's over here, man's over there. I can get a man. There's a man. You'll never have to worry about a man. But now that men are kind of pulling back, they're like, where are the men at? Well, the men are still right where they've always been. They're right in front of your face. It's just you don't notice them because they don't talk.
The worst thing a woman can do, statistically speaking, is to get married to a man. Married women do not live as long as single women. They do not earn as much money as single women. They are not as happy as single women. They report themselves in every single way that you can measure sociological data for wellness as being less contented than single women. Married men, on the other hand, married to women, outperform single men by such a measure that it is perhaps the healthiest thing that a man can do is to get a woman to marry him. Married men live longer, they're healthier, they make more money, they advance more in their careers, they're more creative, they're less likely to commit suicide, they're less likely to have homicide, they're less likely to get in car accidents, in every single possible way. The best thing a man can do is to get married to a woman. Those imbalances are exactly equal, meaning the percentage of herself that a woman gives to a man, she loses and he gains. So she's literally giving her life to him.
Let me tell you something. You modern women got a man showing up for you for years, doing your bidding, fighting off these other men that be dogging you out, simping for you, ungrateful, pretty much buy you anything that you want as long as he can afford it, and it ain't gonna put him out. That ain't the man that you want. Show up for you, be on the phone with you, gotta go to work early in the morning, gotta get up and go to the gym, need to be grocery shopping, on the phone with you, had a business meeting, because some of these men are missing business opportunities. And you might sit up here and say, oh man, he an idiot for that. Maybe so, but he's trying to invest in you. And this is what men are trying not to do. See, I have this opportunity, but I'm trying to give you my time. And when y'all continue to waste a man's time, he says, you know what? I'm not missing no more opportunity. Well, you shouldn't in the first place. Exactly. But I did it because I thought you was going to be a good investment. And now that I know for sure, with 100% certainty, that you as a modern woman are not going to be a good investment, I'm going to be taking the business meeting every single time.
Women hurt men that they're jealous of, okay? Because When she knows that you're a good man, you're a strong man, she also understands that you wouldn't truly like her for who she is, so she's going to try to manipulate you, disrespect you. She knows if you truly got to know her for who she is, you're gonna lose interest and find a better girl. So what she's gonna do is try to break you down, make you feel insecure, make you feel anxious by not texting you specifically or doing all these things, making you spiral in your mind about her because it makes her feel confident. It gives her the validation that she's better than you, and you won't go for other options. A woman's biggest fear is you marrying another girl, especially a girl who's hotter than her and better than her. She is jealous of you. She is insecure about you, which explains why she is so adamant about hurting you over and over again. Just leave. 101 coaching in bio.
You know, you have a lot of men out here choosing peace. Really, honestly and truly. It doesn't matter if a man is in a relationship or a man is, currently pursuing a relationship or a man doesn't have a relationship at all. It doesn't matter, right? Men have come to the point to where, I'm tired. I'm frustrated. There's no reason for me to continue feeling like this every day. I should not have to come home from work. And it's gotten to the point to where it's not even me coming home from work. I could be at work. And even it's gone beyond me being at work. I start my day with foolishness. You help me to start my day with foolishness. Men are tired of that. I start my day with foolishness. From the night before, you had something silly going on. I get up in the morning, you still have foolishness going on. I'm at work in the middle of the day, you still got foolishness going on. At the end of the day, I come home when I should be eating dinner, watching the game, still got foolishness going on. At all points and parts during the day, you've got foolishness going on. Why in the world would I want to be around them? Y'all don't care about it because you like keeping up mess. You like drama. You like to be the center of attention. Modern women, I'll take drama. I'll take this attention, this validation, however I can get it. But men are not that way. A lot of men are not that way. They don't like that type of stuff. But you're going to keep on doing that, and you're going to wonder why a man is like, you know what? I don't have to explain myself. I don't have to be a part of this nonsense. I'm just going to stay single. I'm not going to be part of this. I don't have to do this. You're wondering why. You're going to be asking where the men are. Staying far away from foolishness.
Somebody has to be the one to say it, and I'm going to be the one to say it. Fellas, I'm sorry to tell you, but regardless of what you do, it's never going to be enough for these goofy ass females. He call and he text and check on you, he's doing too much. But when he don't call and text at all, he's not consistent. When he want to spend time with you, he's clingy. But when he want to give you your space, he acting different. What? He pays for everything? That's what a man's supposed to do. But when he wants you to go half, he's broke? God forbid if he has standards. Then he's labeled as controlling. If he got boundaries, he's toxic. Like, what is going on here? At this point, I'm convinced y'all don't even want a real man. Y'all want an emotional support wallet. Y'all want a man to come in and pay bills that aren't even his. Take care of kids he didn't even make. Heal a trauma he didn't even cause. Fix the attitude that's not even towards it. Like, fellas, from the bottom of my heart, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry y'all even gotta tolerate these type of women in this day and age.
A lot of these modern women, after they get tired of being strong and independent, they want to get mad at a man because he don't step in and he don't drag her by her neck to do the things that she once didn't want to do. I'm sorry. You told me that you didn't want that to happen. Well, stay out of my way. I ain't never gonna let a man tell me what to do, da 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 da. But now that you're tired of carrying a load, you just want that man. See, what they think men are doing is they think that think about it like the NFL, right? Where very few people get a chance. And so if one go, like, you just got one waiting for that man to go down. I'm just waiting for my chance. That man don't even got to go down. Just switch me in. Just give me a chance. You go out there, you get burnt. Coach sit you down. Okay, coach, I'm ready to go. I'm really ready. Not even the next game. You ready to go in the next drive. After you got burnt. Coach, that was my first time in. Put me back out there again. They think that men are that desperate to date them. That's why they think, oh man, I can always get a man like that. No. How many times, let me say this, how many times do you see an all-star? Because that's what y'all are looking for. How many times do y'all see an all-star begging to get back out there? Nope. He's not going to do it. He will go to another team. Because I have that cachet. I can do that. Oh, you don't want to play me? Oh, you want to sit me down? You don't have but a hand. And you might call it a diva. And I can't argue with you. But you ain't got but a handful of times to do that. In the middle of the season, I'm requesting a trade. Kevin Durant requested a trade. Hey, all-star athlete requested a trade, and it's gonna be granted. It's gonna be granted. So y'all thinking that y'all gonna have this bench of all-stars that when one go down, the next one up.
Hairy, misbehaving women, and a young man said to me when he heard me say that, he said, "Oh, so is that like when a man looks at a woman, he sees a scattered, emotionally indulgent man?"
That's great. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's just like, oh my gosh, that's how we occur. We diffuse awareness created by estrogen. We occur scattered, and women said, "Why do women make their feelings the center of everything?" And I mean, it was perfect. It's like, excuse me, something you should probably know is we don't make them the center of everything. They already are the center of everything. And recently I was talking to women about how many feelings are like a stack of pancakes right here in the center of our chest. I mean, we've got grief, we got hurt, grief, sadness, joy, love. I mean, it's a stack of pancakes. And so we didn't make them the center of everything. And then I've asked men, where do you feel you don't have a stack of pancakes? You have a couple combos, right? Like right here, this part of your body, I would say, is where you're going to find power and anger and happiness.
People think that they're not begging because they're not literally like doing the action of begging, but your personality towards them, your mindset towards them, the way that you treat them, the things that you say to them, how you interact with them is giving very beggy. The things you allow them to do to you is giving beggy. Staying around, tolerating it, letting people disrespect you, talk to you anyhow, allowing people to show their face and you still accept them, is you being beggy, because you are showing that you're willing to put yourself aside to accommodate them. And why would you do that? Everybody has an expiration date, whether it be to the end of your life or throughout your life, they'd have to go. People are not always there for the whole 4 seasons. Some people are only there for the little time frames. Know when to let people go. Okay.
Masculine men naturally fall for feminine women. So if you're not all the way feminine, if you're still fighting that, you need to find your feminine energy. And you definitely to create a feminine world, because that's what attracts masculine men. Do you understand? You just bought yourself roses? Wonderful. So if they see you buying yourself roses, they're not going to feel stupid for buying you roses if you buy yourself roses. If they see fresh roses on your counter every week, they're not going to feel stupid buying them. They're going to feel like they're contributing to what you like. They're not going to feel corny or like a simp, because in your world, men and yourself and anybody who deserves to be in your world brings flowers. Do you understand? you're going to start dressing really nice so he can start dressing really nice. Because in your world, people don't wear that crap that he got on. Or they don't wear basketball shorts and t-shirts in your world. They just don't. Okay, that doesn't fit the script, you see? So keep yourself dressed up and dressed cute so that if he wants to be considered part of your world, he has to dress the part. And you'll see him start to try to fit into your world. Remember that. And once you get him in, girl, once you get him into your world, that's when they start to fall. They got to be all the way in your world.
All that glitters, glitters, glitters. One time for the money, two times for the love, three times for the beauty. These are the things that dreams are made of. One time for my body, two times for my...
Men do not pick up on clues the way you think, and this causes more problems than you expect. Most of the time, he is not ignoring you. He honestly did not catch what you meant at all. At all. You change your tone, your expression shifts, you drop hints, and he still acts normal. And now you are wondering how he did not notice something that felt so obvious to you. But in his mind, nothing changed. Everything still feels the same as before. He is not reading between the lines. He is focused on what is actually said clearly. So when nothing is said directly, he assumes there is nothing wrong to fix or address. Meanwhile, you are feeling unheard while he does not even realize there is an issue. That gap is where frustration slowly builds without either of you understanding why. You expect him to notice, he expects you to say it, and both end up missing each other. Then it turns into something bigger, even though it started from something small and simple. Men respond better to clarity, not guessing or trying to decode emotional signals. Direct words give him something clear to understand and something he can actually respond to. Saying what you feel is not too much. It actually makes communication easier for both sides because clarity removes confusion, and confusion is what quietly damages connection over time. When he understands you clearly, he can show up the way you actually need him to.
I still expect you to nurture me. I still expect you to cook for me, feed me, and have with me, even though you're working 8 to 16 hours just like me. Come on, man. Come on. They want submissive providers. These women are having mental breakdowns. These women are stuck in deep states of depression. These women are stressed. These women are suffering from anxiety. And now these men are having women that just lay there, brother. They just laying there. They not moaning. They're not doing nothing. These men are starting to become slave masters to their women. They're literally women physically, spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, and financially.
Things to look for in a guy to know that he's a masculine man but with emotional intelligence. 1, he leads, but he checks in. Masculine men aren't controlling over you. They're considerate leaders. 2, he's secure in your shine. A truly masculine man doesn't compete with your success. He's proud of it. 3, he regulates himself. Even during stress, he self-soothes instead of lashing out. That emotional maturity allows you to stay in your feminine. 4, he's calm when you're emotional. He holds space and stays grounded, making you feel fully comfortable expressing yourself. I shared the other day that I realized I was in love with Nikolai when I realized how feminine I had become. And that was because of how masculine and just emotionally mature Nikolai is.
So I'm at IKEA and I said to my husband, James, take photos of everything that you like. And so he just took a bunch of photos of me. So this is the thing. I used to date guys and they always make me feel like I was overweight or need to dress better because they were rich and they want me to dress nicer. But my husband, he doesn't care about that. I said, I want to get Botox. And he's like, no, you look fine. And so you need to find somebody that adores you and loves you and accepts you and does not make you feel like you're less than. This is the most important thing. They accept you and they celebrate you. Even if I gained 100 pounds and lost a leg, my husband would still be married to me. A lot of the guys I dated in the past, that would never ever happen. They would dump me once I gain weight.
Men's most romantic belief is I can be loved for who I am. I think in their heart of hearts, most men would like to believe that that is possible and true. But I'm reminded of like that quote from Chris Rock. What did he say? That like children, women, and dogs are loved unconditionally, and men are loved on the condition of what they can provide. And on some level, that's just how the game is played. Is that fair? I don't know. Like, it is what it is. I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. The issue, though, is what value you can provide really depends on who you're dealing with. Like, so many people are concrete about this. They think it's only about money, and it's not. Money is great. I'd rather have more money than less, but it's not the end of the story. So you can provide value in all kinds of different ways. You can provide value, first and foremost, as a guy, by being willing to wife her up and have kids with her, because a lot of the most attractive men aren't going to be willing to do that. And that's what actually allows less attractive men to compete for the same women against more attractive men, because they're willing to give something that the woman values that the more attractive man can't or won't.
Who is worse at taking rejection, men or women? When a woman gets rejected, the first thing she turns to is what? Oh, he must be, because he couldn't possibly just not like her, right? He gotta be, or something gotta be wrong with him. Oh, he must be married. You always hear women talk about how men don't take rejection well, and how we pretty much have to protect ourselves because we don't know when a man is going to snap because you rejected him. I think women take rejection a lot harder than men. And it's not because women are weaker, it's because women aren't used to it. For ages, men have been the ones to pursue women. It hasn't been the other way around until recently. That's kind of a new concept. So for men, it's just part of the game. Approach, get curved, keep it moving. For women, approach, get curved, he must be. So men are conditioned to handle rejection. Well, some men, because some of these dudes out here are trash at handling rejection. But women, we just getting the memo. What y'all think about that?
I need all the people who thought that they were never going to get married and were never going to find their person to leave me some encouragement in the comments, because, sorry, dog hair. I am exhausted. I'm so tired of dating. I have dated wonderful men, and for some reason or another, it didn't work out, whether that was my decision or theirs. And I just genuinely can't imagine finding someone that I like and love and feels the same way about me, and we beat the odds and get to the freaking chapel. Like, I've been so close so many times and it hasn't worked out, and I'm just tired. I'm so tired, and I don't want to have to date someone again and get to that point and have it not work out, because I think I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. And I'm usually a super hopeful and happy person, and I am happy, but in the dating realm, I'm exhausted.
If you are beautiful, smart, and successful, you will have by far the hardest time in dating. And it's not because you're lacking in any way. In fact, it's the opposite. As you've probably experienced, many men think they want a confident, independent woman, but when it comes down to actually meeting one, it's a whole different story. These men know that you don't need them in a traditional sense. So unless they're extremely secure, which most people are not, this brings up a ton of insecurities for them and challenges their masculinity. Since they know you don't need them, they may feel some lack of control over the situation and be afraid that you're going to leave them for someone better. Some of these men might even resent you and feel kind of competitive with you. In any case, a lot of these men end up deciding that they'd rather commit to a woman who seems less challenging to them and ultimately less threatening to their ego. My take on this: you deserve a partner who admires you, supports you, and celebrates you, not someone who sees you as a competitor and as a threat. And while finding a man like this might take a little bit longer, I do believe they're out there, and I really think it'll be worth the wait. And let me remind you that the partner you're with is one of the biggest factors in your happiness and your success. So I really think it's better to stay single, date around, explore your options versus settling for the wrong person. Keep your standards high and never dim your shine for anyone, especially a man. I love you, and follow for more tips.
Because to me, like, I used to be, a lot of people don't know that, and I don't care. I used to be a stud. If you pay attention, you've been my friend on TikTok for a while, then you will know that I was in a marriage with a woman for 11 years. I was the man. So when it comes down to it, no, I did not get appreciated. I barely got loved. It was horrible. So that is why some men come out here and be just doing their own thing, don't even care, because, bruh, they experience with it. No woman is just out here trying to help her man. She expects her man to just do for her. And it dawned on me, like when women were growing up, I don't know one woman that was raised to know how to treat a man. I don't. I know that when I was being raised up and the people around me that was being raised up, our mamas taught us to pay attention what to look for in a man. Pay attention to how or what he has, 6 figures, a car, a house. Nobody taught us how to love him. Nobody taught us how to take care of him when he's down. Nobody taught a woman how to nurture their man the correct way. We were just taught to look. We were just nurturers by nature. Nobody was taught how to nurture no man. But we were definitely taught to look. Pay attention to what your father does. He's got this job, he's got that job, he's got these cars, he's got this house, he takes care of mom. That's all we was taught to look for. And a little bit of love that you see in the house. What the
Back in the olden days, until the dating apps took over, men got a chance to demonstrate excellence over time. So women say, well, I didn't like him at first, but I liked how kind he was to his parents. I liked the way he danced. With dating apps, it's been distilled down to a small number of observable digital criteria. Here's a distillable, analytical, measurable metric, height, and then your money, where you went to school, the Rolex that actually slips into your profile, where you live. Now those venues for demonstrating excellence, people aren't going to school as much, remote work. The bottom 90% of men end up just very discouraged and unfortunately start developing kind of misogynistic tendencies because they hold women accountable for their rejection because they don't have a place to demonstrate excellence, and also they aren't improving themselves. They're not stepping up and developing offline attributes, developing a kindness practice, volunteering, having interest. If you want to be in the top 5% of men in terms of attractiveness, you need to do only 3 things. Work out at least 3 times a week, work at least 30 hours a week outside of the home, and put yourself in the agency of strangers in the company of doing something bigger than yourself at least 3 times a month. Online dating has consolidated the market. It's been great for the top, and it's been really harsh on the bottom. I think the dating apps, generally speaking, have been bad. A lot of men and women get off these things and feel very discouraged. It also gives rise to a victim complex where they think, oh, I've been rejected in online dating. But maybe that's not where you get to shine. So your job is to level up, make yourself more attractive, and then find venues where you can demonstrate excellence.
What up? What up? High value men don't tolerate much. To be a high value man, you don't have to just have money, status, etc. You can have all that and still be low valued. What makes him truly high valued is his character and internal strength, his self-respect. When people try to disrespect him, toy with him, get leverage over him, he's quick to leave. He is quick to set boundaries. He will not go out of his way to manage other people's emotions. He is also not a people pleaser. He does not chase. He does not pedestalize people. And he won't let anyone gaslight him into thinking he's not a real man, simply because he won't do what they want him to do. Instead, he invests his energy where it can grow, where not only he can amplify them, but they can nurture him. These types of men are extremely rare. Not many men have self-respect, no matter how much stuff they have. They'll have all the money and status in the world, but still get on their knees for a pretty little face. It's why women will be attracted to him, but not many of them will be able to hold him down. He wants what he wants, but also what's best for him. He knows the wrong partner can destroy his whole life. The ladies may say they want an extremely masculine man, but a lot of them genuinely cannot deal with one, cause he'll choose what gives him peace, not just what looks good. I talk about this stuff more on my YouTube. Join the mutual fam in my bio to grow with me. Drizzle.
I don't need a man, I need a paycheck. Before you hate on me, hear me out. I have never had the luxury of meeting the right one who was able to take care of some of the things around the house, right? That just wasn't my reality, and you can come at me with whatever reasons you think that may have happened to me. I'm open to hearing it in the comments, whatever, that's fine. But my actual reality is that I have to take care of everything myself. This means that as a single woman, my hustle has to be that much harder. I have to work sometimes 7 days a week to make sure that I have enough money for the little things like replacing deck boards or painting a fence or things like that. These are things that I cannot do and I don't have time for or the help to do it. I'm not saying any of this for you to feel bad for me. Actually, the actual dating advice here is it is better to do things on your own than to settle for someone who could have helped you with those things, but would ultimately make you feel completely alone inside the relationship. And also just to normalize the fact that not everybody has help. So I don't need a man or anyone for that matter, but I do need a paycheck, but it would be nice. Wow, what a luxury it would be to have someone say, hey, I actually got you here. I can help you with this. I've never had that. And my God, what a dream. Let me know if you can relate to this at all.
A lot of these modern women, what they want is the benefit of a good man. They want the benefit of a traditional man. They want the benefit, all the benefits, that tradition, that the patriarchy, whatever you want to call it. They want all of those benefits, but they don't really respect the man that's giving them those benefits. A lot of these modern women will go out here and still be messing with, they'll find the dude and still be messing around with other dudes talking about, I just can't find a man that respects me. Can't find a man that wants me and loves me and sees me for who I am. Can't find him. Well, what about this guy? Yeah, he does respect me. Is he ugly? No, he's not ugly. Is there any chemistry there? Butterflies is, you say you're looking for a spark. Is there a spark there? Yeah, there's a spark there, but I'm 25. I'm 25. And I'm not paying attention to that spark right now. I'm trying to go out and create other sparks. Why would you go out and try to create another spark when you have the spark right here? Most people spend a lifetime looking for this type of man. You found him at 25, 26 years old. Some of these women have the privilege of going to college, doing all that they need to do, and really honestly and truly, all that they want to do. Some of these women will be out here, beat and racked up a high body count, done everything that you can think of. By the time they're 30 years old, run across a man that would be like, yeah, I know you as wild, but I'm willing to, I don't care about any of that. Well, what's going to happen when men start talking to you about, yeah, I know, but I'm willing to overlook that. It sounds like you changed. It sounds like you've gone to therapy. It sounds like you're not the same person anymore. Why don't we get together? No, I don't want to do that. Well, I respect you. I'll take you out. I'll do all of these things for you. No, I'm not ready yet. I want to go another 5 years doing all of the things that I want to do. And then, honestly and truly, in about another 5 years, when he's found somebody that has less bodies, respects him, respects what he does for a living, respects his community, respects his family, whole 9 yards. Obviously, she ain't perfect. He ain't perfect, right? They go ahead and get married. And at about 35 years old, he got a 5-year-old. And you sitting up there trying to, freeze your eggs and do all that other nonsense. That's on you, man.